Yo, it's happened Tuesday, the holy grail of the beat. What better day to spit gems? New York's legacy repeats. A weeknight, sit quiet, and for we it ain't dead. Ghost dog vibes, breaking it down in your head. Sit back, roll a blunt, let's elevate in style. Recollect the memory, city vibe, make it worthwhile. NFL fans gather round, we ready for the grind. This channel be my throne, leading you to unwind. Spitting facts on the mic, headphones set to the tone from the streets of the east. We making this our own.
This is a Gh0stDog mixtape original.
Yeah, it's your boy Gh0stDog back at it again. We have finally arrived. Training camp has officially started. Well, technically it started yesterday because of the rookies coming in. But today the veterans and everybody else is involved. So for me, today is officially the start of the New York Football Giants training camp of the 2025 NFL season. Okay? Ooh, we're close. Giants fans, it's within reach. Only maybe 3 weeks away from the official preseason game. We almost there, ladies and gentlemen. But before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the Aboriginal Sports Network, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, leave a comment, interact with the content creators on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Engagement is great. It helps the algorithm. Remember, help us help you get better content. Simple mathematics. Apply the sciences. Got it? Good. Now let's get into it, man. We got a couple news here. Not really too much to talk about, so I'm probably going to keep this Tap In Tuesday a little short, maybe like around 10-12 minutes. A couple things to go over, though, that I've noticed. As I said, official training camp has started today. Yesterday they did have the rookies. A couple plays was leaked out there, videotape and whatnot, because I don't think the media is officially allowed to be at the training camp until tomorrow. So as far as like footage and tape and stuff, it's a little scarce, but there was a couple things that came out from yesterday that you just love to see. And pay attention to, because for as much as I don't want New Jack City Dart to start this year, because again, I want the rookie to sit. And do not count Danger Russ out just yet, is all I'm saying. That being the case, you love to see the fact that he is making plays with a specific wide receiver, UDFA actually, who was his receiver in college. And Juice Wells, man, pay attention to the connection that those young players are going to have going forward. I absolutely expect Juice Wells to make this roster. That being the case, there are a couple dudes out there that I'm keeping my eye on as far as like the roster's concerned, and staying on the roster, not getting on the roster bubble. Juice Wells is definitely one of them. There's a cornerback with the last name of Knight. His first name is kind of escaping me right now. He's a UDFA out of South Carolina. I'm keeping my eye on him as well. For me, he's a sleeper. I also expect him to get a roster spot. Training camp is here, man. Let's just all be happy. Let's get excited. We are close. I'm talking about, you could almost smell the season's opener. You know what I'm saying? A couple other things here as well. A little bit of a back and forth rivalry, if you will. That's what I like to call it. People are kind of blowing it out of proportion. I don't think it's a beef. It's a little ridiculous to say, but there's a little bit of a rivalry going on between KT and Illuminor. So for me, going back and forth, KT putting in that work, put out a video on X. I think Illuminor left a comment on some slick talk type stuff, saying I'm paraphrasing here. I don't have the exact quotation, but he's basically saying that you ain't nothing, you soft. But like, kind of in like yeah, like let's get to it kind of way. You feel me? And then KT responded with a shut up, fat boy. So for me, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to that going into the training camp. I'm keeping my eye out for that because Illuminor, look, I get it with the whole offensive lineman and situation with us, having like this carousel, if you will. But I think Illuminor is here to stay. I think he's so far not only earned that right tackle spot, but has so far been holding it down pretty well, might I add. KT, obviously, I'm not out on that young man. I think he's going to be something special. He just, he's got to apply. He's got to keep grinding, keep doing it. And I think this right here with the Illuminor back and forth, oh man, it's going to be great. Iron sharpens iron, and I just, again, something you're going to keep an eye on throughout the training camp, period. Also, we signed free agent Kevon Wallace. Adds depth to the safety position. We all know that Shane Bowen runs a 3 safety kind of look scheme and that back end pause of the defense. So I think adding an experienced talent, you could argue he's a little bit of a veteran, 6 years in the league so far, almost. But former Eagle, former Tennessee Titan. I think he was an Arizona Cardinal at one point. His last team was Seattle. Made a couple of plays out there, made some noise. For whatever reason, became a free agent. Snatched him up. We signed him. Adds depth. I don't want to jump out the window with this, though. It kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily concerning. It's always good to have depth, especially at a position like safety. It's just like a little bit of a should I say like a feeling in the back of my head, like kind of makes me raise my eyebrow about the signing in a way that, man, I just knock on wood and hoping and praying that everybody stays healthy on the defense, especially in the backfield with the DBs. Can't stress that enough. But it's a good addition, I feel. A depth piece, rotational piece, if you will. So there's that. Also within our own division, a little bit of a drama going on. The other day, Jerry Jones was asked something about the situation with the Micah Parsons extension and contract, and paraphrasing again here, but he said something along the lines of, he mentioned Michael Parsons about paying him and that we might not even have him for the full season, that he only played X amount of games, and then look what happened when we paid the highest paid quarterback in the league. We didn't have him for a full season either. And look, man, and this kind of goes for all the owners around the league to a degree, but Jerry Jones is going to do Jerry Jones things. Jerry Jones is just one of those league owners that for whatever reason, for as much money as that man has, he gets real stingy when it comes to paying the players. And it's wild to me because, fam, like these dudes are out there putting their bodies on the line. You know what I'm saying? You have a premier pass rusher and a Micah Parsons, and you're not paying that man what he deserves, and then you're going to go out on the media and talk that hot stuff after the fact. It's just not a good look. It's not a good way to do business. Same thing with the Dak Prescott slander. And, as a Giants fan, make no mistake about it, I want to see the Cowboys be in perpetual misery. That being the case, I am also a football fan, and I hate when I see these owners want to cry and complain about paying the talent what they deserve. It's the cost of doing business. Okay? It is simple mathematics. Pay the man. And that also goes to the freaking owner for the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, fam, what are y'all doing over there? Y'all defense is trash enough as it is. And you get him, Hawkinson, I believe his name is. He's a great talent. He's more than likely he's done. And no BS, don't be surprised if he ends up on the Detroit Lions. Because they need the depth over there for defense on the D-line. Okay? Because they lost another player to an ACL tear. I read in the report the other day. His name is blanking on me, but don't be surprised if that, you know what? Let me make, let me see here, because, you know, these name situations really get on my nerves. Hendrickson, that's the name. Don't be surprised if Hendrickson ends up on the Detroit Lions, as I said, because they need the depth. And I say all this to say, pay the players, pay the talent. The players are the product on the field. You have to make sure that you take care of the product. It's simple, man. Pay Michael Parsons. Jerry Jones, just be quiet. No BS. Handle business. You know? And that goes to the freaking Commanders owner, too. Hopefully, Scary Terry gets his money. Segueing into that, because, and again, I'm a Giants fan. Make no mistake about it. Those teams could be buns forever. And I would be happy to see them fail. At the same time, as a football fan and as a human being, I want to see these players get paid, man. Pay Scary Terry what he is owed. And that's it, man. Real simple. You know, these players put so much on the line when it comes to their health. To put on these great feats of displays of athleticism, you know, pay them. You know, make sure that they're taken care of. The NFL has this weird culture of kind of like grinding these players out, spitting them out, and rinse and repeat. You know, and I hate to see that craziness. But, you know, that being said, like I said, yeah. Make sure your players are played. That goes out to all the owners, not just Jerry Jones, not just to the Commanders owner. Also, in other news, the top 100 players is going on right now. NFL does this every year, where they do like a list of of all the top 100 players that are voted by their peers. So one of our Giants, Luke, was able to make the list, and he came in at 67. Now, one might argue that's a little bit low, given the talent of the young man. On the flip side, we have to put things into perspective. Our team was just absolutely abysmal last year. And he, specifically on offense, that was the main issue, specifically with the quarterback position. But Malik Neighbors, without a doubt, was that shining light in the darkness that was the 2024 New York Football Giants NFL season. 67, as I said, is crazy low, but I'll take it just off the strength that we haven't had a lot of players on the top 100 list outside of a Dexter Lawrence and formerly Saquon Barkley for the longest time now. I also expect Dex to make this list, and who knows, maybe even Brian Burns. You know, it's a possibility. I mean, hell, am I crazy to say that a Tyrone Tracy is out of the realm of possibility? But then that wouldn't make sense, because if Leak is 67, obviously Leak would be better in terms of not only, I wouldn't say necessarily athleticism and ability well, yeah, you could say yes, athleticism and ability, you know. But I think, you know, not to get too crazy into like the comparisons or whatever, I think Tyrone Tracy, given time, can be in that conversation. That being the case, as Giants fans, we should be proud. We should be happy that Leak made that list, deservedly so. Just give it time, though. I'll say that. Give it time. Maybe a couple seasons from now, the leap from 67 to whatever ends up being might be crazy. So let's stay tuned for that, for sure. But as I said in the beginning, man, we are so close to the official start of this football season. And I, for one, just cannot wait. Because I just want to see all the naysayers and the doubters and the blasphemers who have been talking so much craziness and downing this team for as long as they have. Woo! Man, oh man. But, as I said, not really too much to talk about outside of a couple things here and there. Good news, though, overall, especially with the drama that's going on within our division rivals. But, as I said, quick little tap in Tuesday. Stay tuned and tapped in for future content here at the Aboriginal Sports Network. As I said in the beginning, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the network, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, how are you going to know when we got new stuff coming out if you're not subscribed? And what will even help that even more is to hit the bell. Hit the like, leave a comment. Help us get into the algorithm. Help us crack that code. Because once we do, it is only up from there. I've gone on long enough, though. 3 weeks away. The NFL, the 3 weeks outside of the start of the 2025 New York Football Giants. It is so close. So close. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Woo. But yeah, man. Shouts out to the Aboriginal Sports Network content creators, Big Pat, NYG22, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Megamets, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Leaf Diggy, TP Weighted Giant. You know where to find us here on the Aboriginal Sports Network and on our main channels. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the time you guys take out to watch our content. But again, that being said, you enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next episode of Gh0stDog's Tap In Tuesday, only here at the Aboriginal Sports Network. Peace.
Yo, it's Tappin' Tuesday, the holy grail of the beat. What better day to spit gems? New York's legacy repeats. A weeknight, sit quiet, and for we it ain't dead. Gh0stDog vibes, breaking it down in your head. Sit back, roll a blunt, let's elevate in style. Recollect the memory, city vibes make it worthwhile. NFL fans gather round, be ready for the run. This channel be my throne, leading you to unwind. Spitting facts on the mic, headphones set to the tone from the streets of the east. We making this our own. Tapping out Tuesday, but only for a while. Goodbye Tuesday, a pill now hard to swallow. Hit that like button and don't forget to follow. I'll be back soon, shit, it might be tomorrow.
This is a Gh0stDog mixtape original.